Hey guys, it's me, the Happy Cultivator, and today I'm going to give you an update on the permaculture food forest in my front yard. So we're out here in the front yard of the urban garden. This is where I grow all my fruits and veggies and have a basically permaculture food forest going on out here. And I'll show you what I mean by food forest in a second. But I'm going to start out the tour with this enormous Paul Roberson I have here. I'm just about to pick this off the vine, but that baby got enormous. And this actually came to me by way of Permanently High. So thank you very much, Permanently High, for shipping me out those tomato seeds. Then right here I have just an enormous amount of some pear tomatoes. They're doing really nice. So what do I mean when I say that this is a food forest? Well, what I mean is I am basically letting this grow in a natural state. I do prune back and I do take things out and make plantings, but for the most part, I just let this garden go. For example, I had some tomatoes here and I didn't harvest all the tomatoes. I made sure that a couple were left and I just let them drop and self-seed. And then I'll let that grow out and I'll thin it out to where I like it and then I'll let it go. There's not a lot of pest control out here. Most of the pest control is just simply natural predators. And that's the thing I do with this garden is I just let it go and let nature take its course. And that's part of the reason why this garden looks as good as it does. Now I'll show you over here. These are some really nice cherry tomatoes that we have out here. Let me pick one out here. Okay, these are called, I believe it's Dark Galaxy cherry tomatoes. They're really nice cherry tomatoes. Right now, they're a little out of season. They're kind of going crazy and need a little bit of fertilization too. But what they do is they get this nice, deep, dark top and then get this nice cherry red color when they're done and when they're in season properly. Right here, we have some scarlet kale that's doing really nice. And right behind it, we have a Jacinto dinosaur kale. And all this stuff is basically growing naturally. Like over here, we have some self-seeded lettuce. You have some more self-seeded romaine over here. The garden is a little bit out of control right now. I do need to do a little bit of maintenance. But other than that, it's doing really nice and looking really healthy. Right here, I have an ever-bearing dwarf mulberry. We've got avocado right here. This is our pear tree, doing real nice. Just about time to cut it back for the fall. All the trees in the garden will be trimmed back here pretty soon as it is fall. Over here, we have our cherimoya. There's a special way to prune back the cherimoya, and I can show you guys that. Then, look at this, guys. This is some garlic. This is some garlic that was planted a few years back. I thought I had lost it, and by regenerating this garden in the food forest permaculture way with simply dropping wood chips and using some straw, I actually use straw as well. It's amazing the soil life that goes on. It's because it's basically all about microbial life in the garden. You know, we've been taught to believe all these years that, oh, Miracle Grow and all these products that you buy from the store are so great, scientists tested and approved. Well, the problem is the scientists were wrong. It's the botanists and the biologists that were right. And it comes down to soil life, mycorrhizal fungi, and beneficial microbes, nematodes. That's what makes your garden go off. So beware of those synthetic fertilizers, because they actually can be detrimental to your soil life. So like I say, sometimes I do just put plantings in and remove older plantings. So this was some beans that I had going here. I removed the beans out and we put in some nice rocket arugula. And that's coming in real nice. It does need a little hit of some nitrogen, so I will give it some alfalfa fertilizer pretty soon. All that back there is some self-seeded bok choy. As you can see, I do need to get a hit of nitrogen pretty much in this whole section, but we have some heavy nitrogen feeders going on in here, and that's the problem. So we'll definitely get on that. We've got a lot going on in the urban garden here because some of you know we have a construction project going on. There's the construction trucks right there. And as you see, I don't normally have a porta potty out in the front yard. So let me come on over here to one of my favorite things in the garden. And that's my Red Malabar Spinach. I did pick up the Red Malabar Spinach from M.I. Gardner. Thank you, Luke, at M.I. Gardner Shop, I believe is his domain, something like that. But M.I. Gardner is a YouTuber and he's a good guy. I really like him. I've learned a lot from him and others. You know, a good wholesome guy. He's not exactly my style, but he does have a lot of great knowledge. So thank you, Luke. We'll come over here. We got this is some Romanesco broccoli. Some more of those pear tomatoes there. And then here are some kidney beans that are just finished up that I will be harvesting today. So let's pop open a kidney bean pod, huh? There we go. Pop them open and looky there. Some really nice kidney beans. Grab another kidney bean out of here. So they are some light pink kidney beans. And we got some to harvest here. So that's the way I like to do my dry beans, is I just let them kind of go all the way until they dry out. And then I pick them up, sit them out for a day and dry them out, and then pop them all out and you're good to go. Throw them in your pressure cooker. Got yourself some nice fresh beans. Beans are a great thing to grow in the garden. They grow really easily. They're full of protein and they're a staple of your diet. So great thing to grow, and they have nitrogen fixing properties in them. Just throw that bean back there and let it grow. Then here is a new addition to the food forest. An old new addition. This came from the backyard as we're making a new garage back there. So we had to move this Asian pear and Asian apple pear. Some people like to call it apple pear. And we had to move it due to its spacing with the form of the garage. So we brought it out here to the front, and I think it's going to be all right. I need to trim back my pomegranate big time. So I've got a lot of work to do out here where it comes to prep for the fall, as we're getting into the fall months now. Over here I have an eggplant that's starting to do its thing. Hopefully we will get some fruit off of it. It's a Black Beauty eggplant. And got a little bit of nasturtium back here. So now let's go over to the berry patch. And over at the berry patch, you'll see I have some more ever-bearing mulberry. So this right here is a jostaberry. It's a cross between currant and gooseberry. Over here we have gooseberries. And these things aren't necessarily supposed to grow in my zone 10B, but I like to give stuff a shot because you never know what'll make it. Right here we have some elderberries. We have two different varieties of elderberry, so they will produce fruit. We have some boysenberry and some thornless blackberries. And then, of course, the strawberries coming through. And then mingled in here, we have some blueberries. Let me take you over here to where I have some more blueberries. I'll tell you, it'll be nice once the porta potty's gone. But here you go, you got some more blueberries right there. So that's the basic tour of the garden. I'm gonna leave you guys with one last thing, and that's we're gonna come on over here and I'm gonna show you my fig tree that's out near the street. It's a young fig tree. It is a cutting, and it's already got some figs on it, which is kind of nice. We'll have to tackle a little bit of the powdery mildew that's on there, but that's kind of because everything's been turned up by the construction. But that's a simple fix. A little Dr. Zymes takes care of that. And then we have some goji berries. Nice little goji berry. So I will leave you guys with that. And so there you guys have it. An update on the permaculture food forest produce stand to feed the fam. With that, guys, keep happy, stay stoned, and urban garden.